Okay, I found the correct machine for this customer at this site. Unit's on charge. It's a ES4000. I don't know if their tank has already been replaced because they don't have decals on it. So it does look fairly new. So I'm going to go through and look at their issue. Not picking up water, the blinking. So usually we start with the electrical, check to make sure both vac motors are running. A couple years ago we did have to replace vac motors on one of these two units here, but this is the one we're going to be looking at, so I'm going to be waiting for the supervisor and check the recovery system on this unit. Starting up the machine, putting it in service test mode. Can I go through it, past it? Let's see. Should be right there. Okay, we got it. Service test mode. There we go. So we got a full charge on the batteries. And by the way, the batteries are from 2020, about April of 2020 with that date code on the negative terminal. So, okay, got a good seal here on the lid. Pretty good water lift in there. Now we got an issue. We got some sludge built up in here. That's one of the issues I see right now. Okay. I put the lid back on here. Okay, so one of the other things I'm checking is the vac shoe quality. Hoses up in this dark area. Also, another thing I noticed is they're not pulling the brushes out. And the most important thing with this brush right now, see how there's rust building up? They cannot let that bearing seize up. So I'm gonna have to put some grease on top of there. But they have to keep these brushes out because it gets so filthy underneath the deck. Okay, here's another note of interest. Now that I am looking at the voltmeter here, we dropped a lot of voltage, at least a volt and a half, which is very big. So we may have some runtime issues on these batteries, even though they are full. You know, they've been maintaining them, but I do see a little bit of an issue right now with just running these two vac motors. So let's keep that in mind. Okay, we just completely removed a lot of debris from the hoses, and that happens after a period of time. Hopefully they're using the vac mode before they do the extraction, but it's from years of buildup. None of the hoses have holes in them or cut. They're serviceable. So we're gonna go ahead and start real quick. Okay, I don't feel a lot of suction, a lot of great suction. So I'm seeing all this, and this is building up. Okay, I'm doing a little bit of a load test because I'm not picking up what I think I should be picking up in this tank after I cleared out all that mess in the hoses. So right now I lowered the deck, the brush deck, and I'm going to run the vac motors. See, this is very low. We haven't even been. So this is under 24 volts. We're losing our RPMs already. We shouldn't even be here at this. These batteries have been charged up, and they should still be in the high 24 volts. So right now we're under 24 volts. So I'm just lifting the deck back up. So I turned off the brush motors as well. So notice how it climbs back up, but it's not going to do us any good when we're down below 24 volts. So we got a battery issue for starters. The vac motors, they're questionable. So right now it's kind of looking towards the amount of voltage that we're generating from these batteries is making the vacuum motors suffer. Okay, I'm back, and we're looking at the vac motors now, and the plugs are right here. So if I turn it on, it sounds like they're running, but the real test. Okay, we got one running. I'm going to disconnect this one. And I can hear the contactor going to turn it on, but it's not turning on, so we got a failed one. I'm suggesting to replace them both since they need to work together equally. So if we replace one, it might be not too long after that we'll have to replace the other. So that's why we're not picking up that much. It took me a few minutes to figure it out, but I just wanted to make sure there were no obstructions in the hoses.